Now, over the last 50 years, least developed countries have struggled to overcome the development challenges that led to the establishment of the category in 1971. Now, even their strong economic growth since the mid-1990s has generally been insufficient to redress their long-term income divergence with the rest of the world. In addition, the COVID-19 crisis and the emerging two-speed global recovery seeks to reverse many hard-won development gains, which is further aggravated by the creeping adverse effects of climate change. Joining me to unpack this is Abdulrasheed Abubakar, an international journalist and media entrepreneur. Good to see you, Abdulrasheed. Quickly, the 5th United Nations Conference on the least developed countries is ongoing. Can you tell us what this conference is all about?
Yeah, thank you, Suleiman. The conference mainly is about introducing a new policy framework that will support LDC in achieving the Sustainable Development Goal.
And, 2030 seems to be the focus of the agenda on agenda pace for the LDC. Do you think this is achievable?
Yes, it's very much achievable. In 2000, the ministerial meeting was held, actually 2019, was held at the United Nations in New York. And the ministers, agrees about 50 foreign ministers were in attendance. They agreed that we cannot solve new problems with whole thinking. So meaning that a new approach, a new method have to be devised by the so-called LDC countries, in which is very, very important to know that 36 countries on the continent of Africa are on the United Nations LDC least developed country list, which is very significant. That is a lot.
Well, looking at the numbers, I think much must be done. But again, for the African continent, of what benefit is this to the continent?
Well, now the conference, is bringing together policymakers, academic community, and also practitioners to solicit new thinking, on the challenges. Part of what you mentioned, the COVID-19, wealthy nations have been vaccinated and their poor nations are left behind. So, and they need new policy framework, new policy recommendation for the LDCs, for the next decade. The truth is, our leaders on the continent are not really sincere with the people, with the Africans. So if our leaders are being sincere in the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goal, most of the things are things they can work in partnership with private sector to eliminate. In developed country, they are not, the government here are not doing it by themselves. They're working very, very closely with private sector to eradicate poverty, to work on, zero hunger, to work on health care, to bring quality education, to people, to bring, to work on gender equality, to do clean water. All these things, they work with private investors. Look, for example, what happened in the case of Twitter in Nigeria and Ghana. Twitter came, they did their assessment feasibility studies, and decided that, okay, the best business-friendly society for us will be Ghana. Now Nigeria play a very smart game, suspended Twitter. Now they are on negotiation table. So Twitter agreed to come back into Nigeria and comply with the rules. But government on their part also have to make laws, policies that will make business friendly, to international businesses who intending to come into Nigeria to do business.
Well, Abdulrasheed Abubakar, many thanks for unpacking this for us on the news.